So I want to give someone out there 4 signs of a false prophet. Because in Matthew 7 verse 15 it says, beware of false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly, in their heart, they're ravenous wolves. And so sign number 1 is going to be addictions. They entice you into former habits and old sin that you already were delivered from. See, God says in James 4:7, resist the devil, he will flee from you. And in Psalms of 119, 10 through 13, David states how I have hidden your word in my heart so I may not sin. So when they try to draw you backwards, you should know a real prophet is only calling you higher and only calling you into what God's commands say, his laws. Number 2 would be competition. See, they compete with knowing little details about your life and prophesying details over you, speaking words that may be true, but not always from God. It's a familiar spirit, see. And they're compete with you by mimicking your ideas, mimicking your creativity, or even just copying your style and how you do a thing. So you have to pay attention to test the spirit, because just because someone prophesies, God says many people will say, haven't I prophesied in your name, teacher? But God will say, I never knew you, because we have to go to God if this is a spirit of God prophesying or just a familiar spirit. It's that deep, because they compete with knowing the word. They compete with having dreams, visions, and channels. So do not trust everyone that says they're a prophet. Number 3 is going to be that they take advantage and twist the word to their advantage. See, to be ravenous, it means to rest. And to rest literally means to twist and play on the words and misuse the application. So they apply the word in a wrong context, only in the context that benefits them. And it also means to extort. So they're essentially robbing you of the truth, robbing you even financially maybe, because they may entice you by sowing a seed into you, or they entice you by asking for money, trying to create a bond. So the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So when they come to you seemingly with that sheep's clothing, kind, needy, and harmless, sometimes they're twisting the word to suit them and get what they need out of you by force, sometimes by threat, and sometimes schemingly. So the last one, number 4, is going to be they bring up your past. See, they'll start bringing up and trying to project onto you what you've already gone away from. You've gotten away from feeling those feelings towards past people, situations, or heartbreaks. See, if someone keeps bringing up your past, that means they're trying to keep you from focusing on the present or the future. But see, Paul says, this is the one thing I do. I forget the former things and I press on towards the mark of Christ Jesus. So anyone who is just living in the past of your past that you're not even worried about or thinking about, and they're constantly bringing you up, sending you videos and saying strange phrases that remind you of your past, that God has already closed the chapter. No, they're sent from heaven. No, they're sent from hell to reopen that last page. But God is closing the chapter today. So I love you guys. And I want you guys to be aware that just because someone says prophetic words.